Hi everyone, this is Michelle from Purposeful Happiness. I have a new journal that I just finished. This one took quite a bit of time and effort to put together. It is a true crime journal, and they're made out of file folders that have been Mod Podged and stained and stamped. And this just has an extra large rubber band for closure. It can come off because I also have the clip here for the closure with charms. It is approximately, let's see how wide this is, about 5.5 by 8.5, and then the spine about 1.5. And so there's quite a bit packed into this little journal, and we will get started. There are some resin pieces here with a safety pin, and then here's one from Paperclip. This is just a bookmark with additional pieces on it so it can come out and be moved when you're using it, or use it as your bookmark. We'll set that there. So this just comes right off. And you can see there are 5 signatures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have some duct tape tabs in here and various other tabs as we go. So the inspiration from this was just basically an interest in true crime, so I wanted to put something together that reflected that. And here we have just a pocket that you can write notes, your answers. It's just Velcroed together. And we have a DNA strand here on the front. All of these can be removed so they don't have to stay with the book. And we have a tape with unsolved, and we will just take off the book clip. And it is just basically a clip with some handcuffs on it. And so we'll get right into it. So this case is, the idea was that somebody was carrying this around and putting notes in and trying to solve cases, and just basically be a notebook for a detective or a private eye, somebody to use. So this is case number 97346. And there are digital prints in here from pieces from other shops. We have a pocket in here and just some journaling cards. Arsenic, it's a velvet piece. We have an actual photo that was tucked into here. And this is an additional file folder piece. So if you can see, there's multiple dividers in here before we get to the next page. The next page is the first signature. This is where we have our anatomy pieces. And we have an evidence tag, some fabric. This is cardstock. So we just have the definition of murder. A lot of blank pages. We have some tea stain pages, some onion paper. You can see that here. Here is an evidence tag, and this is a set of keys. And inside we just have some additional pieces. And here we have just an envelope, also put together with just a piece of Velcro. And we have a newspaper clipping. And that is just stuck right inside of this little inside pocket here. And some Tim Holtz paper. Here's some more tea-dyed pages for notes. And a newspaper clipping. That's some ephemera with just some textiles added. The back of this signature. See, we have additional anatomy cards. And inside of this pocket, additional journaling cards. And we just have a little tag down here. It says spying. This one was fun. So this is a separate group. Here, this signature represents our lab results. And so we kept everything in here. This is essentially closed with this small clip. And as we open it, you can see that the pocket comes down and has additional pieces in it. So inside of here, we have a fingerprint card, additional fingerprint, and a flashcard. So here is an evidence, and then here is a slide. Let's see if I can get that. A slide with fingerprints in it. So if we turn this back up, this just closes back in. And the first one, we have some blood splatter evidence that we were probably studying. Here is a slide that we have, all journaling cards that you can use. I tried to keep this more interesting and not gory or too much to trigger people. On the inside here, we have just another matchbook, which is an actual matchbook from a funeral home. And inside of here is just a small notebook. So there's extra journaling in there. So here we have, sorry for the shaking, an anatomy card and another one of those vocabulary cards. Here is an evidence bag, like a paper bag stamped. And here we have a slide, some DNA. And if you can see, there is our slide that we took for evidence. And we just put it right on the inside. Blank page with a microscope. And here is one of the duct tape tabs. Can't have a true crime book without duct tape. This looks like a letter that was taken from a crime scene. And we have some additional pages. And here is just another resin piece. And it just says biohazard on it, since we're in the evidence section. Here are two little tabs that look like it did not stick to the duct tape, so I'll have to put it back on. It just says get out. Other side of that letter. Here is another tea dye paper. So here's a razor blade. And we have more ephemera. Just tucked right inside of here. Here we have an x-ray. Just pull it right out. This is the area of concern. So we just left it in. Another DNA strand. Here is another DNA, or not DNA, evidence slide. Oops, and it looks like we have it stuck on our paper clip. I don't want it to pull on the film. There we go. So it looks like we have a feather of some sort that we collected. And that just goes right back to this side. We'll just put it right back on. When we flip it, looks like we have more evidence. Check. And a phone receipt that we probably collected from a scene and we were just checking. And that's the back of that signature, and there's some fabric with an evidence tag. And this piece was just dropped right in. An evidence report. Actually, no, it's a property report. Evidence and property report. And here's our next journal page. And you can see that we have our map and we're looking at our evidence here, case file. And then we have a tab here that just says this is our suspect that we have coming in. And on this back page, we have a suspect and we have a newspaper clipping. So although he was our suspect, he was cleared of all the charges. So that just goes right in here. Keep that on file. Here's a criminal code book page and just some sewing here. Just an envelope to collect more evidence or information in. And here is our fingerprint ID card. Let's put that one right back in. Make sure I don't have anything else in here. There we go. It's tricky when you do it upside down here. Some onion paper and our dictionary page. Onion paper. And of course we have some Smith & Wesson revolver pages. We were probably researching to see what was used. Should be 2 in here, I thought. They're super thin. There you go. 2 pages here. The back side of those pages. There's 2. And here is the onion paper. The other side of that dictionary page. And here we have another envelope. And inside of there, we have another case file that we can use somewhere else in the book. And it's just tucked in like that to hold it in place. An anatomy card, some extra paper. And here's another criminal code, the back page of that. Then here is the back of that signature. And we've collected some fabric from another crime scene, and there's the evidence tag with it. It was a piece of dress fabric, and that's why it's here collected. Now, this one was representing a scrapbook book that we found in a particular killer's house or belongings. So both this signature has, I'll get to the other side of it, the scrapbook on both sides. And these are actual newspaper clippings that were added to this page. So we go here, we just have some, it's printed blood splatter pages, so we have some more evidence from the case we picked up. It looks like we found some money, an additional file folder, and then a photo of maybe some property that we went and searched. There we go. And it's a bullet page. And then here is another pocket made from the criminal code book. And in here is an actual fingerprint card that you can use. And just some vellum. And here is a file folder tab you can see with evidence on top. And just some blank paper to keep notes. Put in more pictures. Here is another pocket. And here we have various pieces. We have some notes. We have another file card for you to use. Just goes in this pocket. We have some tickets and then a case ID tag. Plead guilty. Just a little heading there. And we have another journaling card. It says damage and crime. This is the Coors family ransom note that's put in here. And we have some more newspaper clippings. And here the pocket's made out of a docket sheet from court. And this is cardstock here. More blank pages. And here's a wrench. More blood splatter pages. Oops. Vellum. Here's another pocket. We have an evidence tag. This one was fun. So I picked up from Temu a set of teeth and pulled a couple of those teeth off and used them for the evidence. So when you open your evidence envelope, I don't know if you can see it. Let me see if I have a darker color here. The teeth are in the envelope and collected. So we will just put this back. It just sits right back here, back on the page. Some more blood splatter pages. And here we have some actual ephemera again, bus ticket, an evidence tag, some ephemera, and some paper to write on. It's spread throughout the book. There we go. And a little evidence sticker. This is the back of that page. Here is the next signature and our last signature, and it is the crime scene that we're looking at. And here are our unsolved murders. These are all AI people, so nobody that you would recognize or from the news or anything like that. There's a tab here that says murder, and we just have a little help with some duct tape again. We have a witness statement form, some more tea dye. Here we've collected some notes on some vintage notebook paper, some tea dyed paper, and here you can see we have Department of Justice, Bureau of Investigation, and a suspect record. And we'll just put that right back there. And another printed page with a duct tape tab. And here we just have another pocket. Here's a confession. This evidence locker piece is a gun. When we open it up, there are more pieces inside of here. A vocabulary card and some tickets just tucked right on the inside of here. And this is a magnet, so it just closes on its own. We have some more onion paper. Here we have a wanted poster. And of course you can't have a book without zip tie tabs. So we have some zip ties that we've collected. And here's another tea-dye paper. Here's the other side of that notebook paper, tea-dye paper, witness statement, and then we close this. This is a book from a pharmacy with different pharmaceutical notes, so antimicrobials, anesthesia. That's what that is. So then we get to the back of the book, and inside of this book, you can see I have an extra removable booklet. Here's just a little pocket here to put notes in. Notice, do not tamper with evidence. So this, you open it up, and it is the back side, you can tell. Similar to the front of the book, there are two folders, and we have some crime scene photos that we'll just put right back in here. We have a convicted card, and here is the removable pages, or here are the removable pages. So when you're done, you could just take these out, slip them out, and add a new batch of pages. If it's something you just want to jot notes down, or you don't want to put it in the main part of your journal, that's where that would go. And it will lay flat. There it is on the outside, and of course this just goes right up here, and then the bookmark, you can keep it and not keep it as you wish. Well, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video of the True Crime Journal.